ran into Pittsburgh
and they ran into
ran
Washington.
Stanley Cup champions each time.
Yeah.
But
I mean, I don't know how much you have to add on their forwards, but
I agree. They're a really deep team, and you'd mentioned a lot of their young prospects like Pierre-Luc Dubois.
I don't know, they're kind of in the middle team.
Yeah.
I don't put them up with Tampa and Winnipeg and those kind of teams, but I don't know, they're kind of that middle team where they're going to make the playoffs probably every single year, but they're probably not going to go far. They're kind of actually remind me of Washington before Washington won the Cup. They're going to make the playoffs. I mean, they're probably not going to finish first like Washington did every year, but
no.
They're going to be, I don't know.
Yeah.
They're just,
yeah, it's hard to put a word on it, but
I don't know. They just don't have. I don't think they have quite the guys to make the jump to win.
But it's possible. I mean, anything's possible. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens with Artemi Panarin.
Yeah, if they lose, anyway.
Yeah, well, I mean,
unreal season he had. I mean, point a game and
their highest scoring player in regular season in their history. So
yeah, so it's just interesting, I guess. They keep. I mean, I think they got to try to keep him. I mean, they kind of stole that one a little bit from Chicago.
It's back
starting
on
to
it,
look like that now. I think. I mean, I don't know what you guys think, but
for Saad, yeah, I definitely think so.
So I mean,
it didn't look like a bad deal at the time.
No, at the time you're like, oh, Saad's coming off a 30-goal year, right? Like when they got him. But I gave him a B. Like, they got some pieces there, but I don't know. They're, like I said, they're good enough to get there, but ain't good enough to get to the dance, but ain't gonna win.
Mm-hmm. I'd give them a B plus, like similar reasons. Their depth team, kind of the B plus is kind of, symbolic of where they are, like you had mentioned, in the ranking, right? They're B plus. They're not an A. They're B plus. They're not quite in the top tier, but I think they're quite a deep team. Atkinson, Dubinsky, depending on Duclair, right? Foligno.
Oh yeah, they got
Boone Jan. Like they have a lot of depth forwards.
When you add Duclair, I mean, it's only 23.
Yeah, well, it's.
They added Riley Nash.
Yep.
Older. On the bottom line, older forward. But yeah, I'd say B for them. But moving on to the defense here.
They have one of the top tier defense cores, in my opinion.
I mean, they got Seth Jones.
Yeah.
Coming off a strong year, he had 57 points.
They have Zach Werenski.
Yeah, they got Zach Werenski. They got Ryan Murray.
Yeah.
Like I said, Jones. I mean, that's in my eyes 3 pretty good defense right there.
But aside from that, there's gaps.
Yeah, like outside of those 3, I mean, David Savard's not too bad, but I think they're still missing one defenseman.
A solid bottom pair defenseman. Yeah, I agree.
But they have 3 strong. So, I mean, that's why I kind of gave them a B. Also, on the defense end. Because they're 3 strong, but they're still
missing that one piece. And I'd have to agree with you with a B, because like you said, they need that one guy. They need a Ron Hainsey. They need Rob Scuderi, a guy like that to be able to take some minutes, which allows the other guys to have more time. But goaltending, I mean, you can't argue with Sergei Bobrovsky.
Well, I mean, yeah, like they're so strong in net.
Yeah.
He's still got Bob.
Yep.
Like, and in my eyes, he might be top 5 in goal. Like,
Yeah. Well, they have Corpusalo as their backup.
Like-
and he's no slouch either, right?
so I mean, yeah, their goaltending situation is their best out of the 3.
Yeah.
Like forwards, D, goaltending, I think they're good in that. If you can keep Bobrovsky in good shape, since they've acquired him from Philadelphia for Steve Mason, he has been
Unreal.
Was it Steve Mason? No. No, that sounds wrong.
I'm not sure.
That sounds right though too.
No, they traded Steve Mason away, and then they signed Bobrovsky as a free agent.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe.
Okay.
Not too sure about that though.
That sounds more right though.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, for Steve Mason, I don't know that.
I feel like if it was a 1-for-1, we'd be talking about it a lot more.
Yeah, I think
It'd be
so.
in
There'd
the
be more
worst trades of all time.
comparison, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I gave him a B+ in net. I mean,
Give an A+ in that.
oh man,
Well, Bobrovsky's unreal, and Corpusalo's supposed to be an
I'm
elite
not-
goaltender in the future.
I'm not sold on Corpusalo. That's why it's a B+.
Yeah.
That's why I'll say it's a B+. I mean, you might be. I'm not knocking you.
He might be. I'm not saying he is now, but he's supposed to be an elite goaltender in the future.
Very good chance.
Yeah.
And then coaching management. I mean, they still got John Tortorella. I feel like they're not getting anywhere with him though. But
Yeah.
they're not getting. I don't know. Like they're getting results in the season, but playoffs is still like. I don't know. You're up 2-0. Don't get me wrong. Not taking away Washington's a good team. If you're up 2-0, you got to find a way to win. Steal.
Yeah.
A third game. Put them on.
By hook or by crook.
Instead of
right?
letting them win 4 in a row, you could. If you would have won one, that might have changed everything. But
I think it's a do or die year.
it's hard to say. I mean, they seem to like him there.
He seems to fit in there well.
Yeah. Well, he has changed his attitude a bit.
A bit.
A bit.
Not
Still-
a lot.
Still towards, but
Yeah.
He's got to get back to the feisty.
yeah, I like that.
Yeah, just reassign Brooks and
We're sending you full time to Columbus.
yeah.
Yeah.
You're a traveling guy now. Go around. You're Columbus's guy now. I'd give him a C+.
And I gave him a C. So
But depending on what Tortorella can get out of the guys, go up or down, right? If they stop listening to him at all,
I don't know. Well, I don't know. Columbus is like I said. It's their middle team.
it's like you don't like Columbus or something.
No, it's just they don't. Oh, they don't jump out at me to be a contender yet. But moving on to the New Jersey Devils. Like their forwards, they're young. I mean, Taylor Hall's their guy.
Oh yeah,
He is their guy. I mean, young group.
Nico Heischer's on his way.
Yeah.
He's been credited with a lot of, like Taylor Hall credited him and his speech with being responsible for a lot of points that he produced. So I can see that being
Yeah, and he had
pretty
20
good
goals.
tandem. Yeah,
20 goals this past year. I mean, Taylor Hall had 93 points, and Hirscher had 52 points. So quite the gap between first and second.
yeah,
Quite the gap. So,
but he's a rookie.
but I could see that gap closing. Up Hall top, but I could see that guy being closer in points. I mean, the Devils have young group, and they're mixed. Like their forwards are mixed with veterans: Palmieri, Zajac, Brian Boyle.
Yeah.
Other than that, though, they're fairly young. Like I was looking at them, I'm like, man, it's a pretty young forward group here. I don't know. I'm kind of just impressed with New Jersey in general, for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not contenders by no means, but I think they can get to the dance. They're good enough to. Well, they did, and they actually played some fairly close games with Tampa early on in the series,
Oh yeah,
right? I don't know, like,
I think in 2 to 3 years, New Jersey will be top tier. 2 to 3 years. I think they'll be, if they can put the pieces together properly, they'll be a contender for, at least top in the regular season. So if you look at their team, like you mentioned, Taylor Hall, Nico Hischier, Paul Mary, Brian Boyle's no slouch.
I don't know. I look at this and I don't see 2-3 years, but I could be wrong. I mean,
but they're only going to get better, right?
I agree. I think they'll get better. I don't know. But I guess, like, they got Taylor Hall. And he's the guy to build around, I guess.
Yeah, Taylor Hall. Nico. You got Johansson, right? Marcus Johansson. I mean, you got that Pavel Zacha. He might be
That's true.
good producing player, right? He's first.
Miles Wood, Jesper Bratt, Blake Coleman.
Yeah, and you got Corey Schneider in net.
Yeah, like, I don't know. But forward-wise, I gave them a B+. I think they're, I don't know, they're young. They're inexperienced. I think they still got a ways to go. But
I'd give them an A-.
okay.
Obviously, for similar reasons. I think they have a lot of growth, but I think they're going to be a good team. Definitely going to be a playoff team.
I don't want to say, but like, they're a tough team to play against. Actually,
yeah,
they're fairly fast, but I think they won a lot of games though, based on Taylor Hall, too, right? But he is their guy, so he's got to do that.
Well, his point streak alone, right? 26 games with points in them.
Their defense, I think their defense is weak.
I have to agree. Yeah,
I still think they need to get a top pairing D-man.
Yep.
I mean, I was looking. They got 2 older guys, Andy Green, I believe, and
Andy Green's 36. Yeah,
Andy Green, and who else was I looking at here?
Ben Lovejoy's 34.
Ben Lovejoy's the other guy that's old. So they got 2 older defensemen. But I mean,
they have a lot of young
Brian
defensemen.
Straight, Sammy Vatanen, he's
Devon Severson.
Those are the 2 upside. Those 2 guys I would say are their guys. Oh, Will Butcher too, I guess.
Yeah.
So I mean, they got some young defensemen there, but I mean they're weak. I still think they're missing one more guy, one more top pairing defenseman.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you have to go out and get a Carlson or you know what I mean, but a guy you can rely some minutes on.
Yep. Don't need a point producer. I don't think you just need a guy that can.
Yeah.
Keep the puck out of your net.
So I gave him a C.
I gave him a C+. But goaltending, Corey Schneider. Keith Kincaid's not a bad backup.
I said Corey Schneider. Well, obviously he's out for the start of the season.
Yeah, he might play season opener.
And they brought in Eddie Lack for 3rd string backup.
Yeah, with Keith Kincaid.
So, yeah, it'd be Keith Kincaid, obviously, number 1, and Lack will be number 2 until Corey Schneider comes back.
Yeah, well, he might be back.
Corey Schneider's a good goalie.
Yeah.
But the last 2 years, he's been hurt. Well, I should say this last year, he's been hurt.
Yeah,
That's why Keith Kincaid played in the first some of the time, and then now he's hurt.
He's got a hip injury.
So, I don't know. I gave him a C. I don't know. I don't think Eddie Lack's that good, personally. No. And Keith Kincaid, I think he has some upside, but I don't know if he'll be a number 1. He seems like a pretty good backup. Like, he can come and win some games, but I don't know if he can take the ropes. I don't know. And then maybe a C because Corey Schneider, like I said, hasn't been staying healthy, so it's hard for me to give him a really good grade if their number 1 goaltenders hurt, you know.
Well, I had given him an A-. I'm assuming Corey Schneider's going to be healthy. They made the playoff last year. They added depth in net, I guess you could say.
But the reason why they did make the playoffs was Keith Kincaid, though.
Yeah.
Now that I think about it. So,